Hey kiddos, welcome back to Behind the Lines. I'm singer-songwriter, performing songwriter, Oscar Butler, and today we're taking a ride through a song that's powered by joy, simplicity, and a couple of strong legs. It's called My Bike, and it's inspired by my everyday life right here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, where the cottonwoods bloom, the Rio Grande flows, and a good bike ride can change your whole day. This song came straight from the saddle, literally. People spend a lot of time biking around Albuquerque. It's how they get exercise, how they clear their heads, how they connect with this beautiful landscape. There's something real special about riding alongside the river under the cottonwoods and feeling that big New Mexico sky stretch out over you. But it isn't a nature song. It's also about being mindful, about doing something small that feels good and does good. And yeah, it's got humor because riding a bike isn't always glamorous. Sometimes that seat hurts. Sometimes people turn right in front of you. But that's life, right? You just pedal through it. So now let's break down these verses one by one, line by line. First verse. This verse sets up the heart of the song, me and my humble ride. It's not fancy, it's faithful. And sometimes that's better than anything flashy. We go to the verse 1. In verse 1, it says, I've got a two-wheeled mobile. That's how I pronounce it in the song, mobile, because I'm working with rhyme scheme here. That line, it's a playful way to start. It's not bike, it's not bicycle, it's two-wheeled mobile. Like I'm introducing a character or sidekick. Next line is, it's the kind that you pedal. Right away, you're not talking about a motorcycle or scooter. It's a human-powered vehicle. That's important. This song is about choosing simplicity and every road bump you feel. Here's where I nod the physical reality of riding. You feel everything on a bike, especially if you're on a rough street or trail, through a real tiny seat that never seemed complete. That line always gets people to laugh because it's honest. Bike seats are not designed for comfort. This lyric is about the universal ache, but it's affectionate. I'm not complaining, I'm bonding with the experience. But it gets me everywhere I want to be. That's the payoff. Despite the bumps in the seat, my bike gets me there. It's about gratitude, no matter how imperfect. It works. Then we move on to verse 2. This verse shifts us into the values behind the bike. It's not just about movement anymore, it's about mindfulness. It's also a little bit about, wow, bikes aren't cheap. And so it goes, I've got a ride around town that won't let me down. That line adds confidence. The bike isn't just practical, it's reliable. I can count on it. It's easy on the trees, won't kill the bees. Now we're into the ecological message. Biking is gentle on the planet. No emissions, no engine noise. The mention of bees is lighthearted but meaningful. They're symbols of a healthy ecosystem. It's slick and lighter than anything I've seen. This line plays up how amazing a simple bike can be. There's beauty in how efficient it is, light, fast, and sleek. And this last line, how can something cost so much and still be green? This one's tongue in cheek. Good bikes can be expensive, but they're still a part of a greener lifestyle. That contradiction is interesting. It's a little jab at the world we live in, where eco-friendliness has a price tag. Then we jump into the chorus. The chorus is like the wind. It comes and goes, but leaves you smiling. It's about the rhythm of movement, the freedom of going nowhere fast, and loving every second of it. So the chorus says, my bike is breezy. My bike is aerodynamically easy, so when I tuck in, pump my knees to my chin, soon I'm back where I began. So my bike is breezy. The word breezy captures it all. Light, relaxed, flowing. Riding a bike is a sensory experience. And that's the feeling. My bike is aerodynamically easy, a fun phrase. I was happy to squeeze in aerodynamically into a song. A fun phrase, slightly technical, but rhythmically and satisfying to say. It brings an image of motion cutting through the air. So when I tuck in, pump my knees to my chin, here's the action shot. You can see leaning in, working those legs. It's an image of determination, speed, wrapped in humor. Soon I'm back where I began, a reflective line, that is. The song becomes a metaphor where it's a loop, trail, or just the rhythm of life. We often end up where we started, but we're changed. Even a ride in a circle can be transformational. Verse 3, I love the path along the side of the Rio Grande. And this verse is the emotional core of the song, I think, or at least a really strong emotional core. It's me falling in love with my city, my trail, my sky. It's gratitude in motion. I love the path along the side of the Rio Grande. Now we're rooted in the place in Albuquerque. The Bosque Trail is legendary. This line sets the scene. When the cottonwoods are seeding, it's like winterland. Man, those cottonwood seeds get into everything, all over everything, into your mouth. You definitely got to keep your mouth shut when you're riding fast through the bosque. This is pure poetry. In spring, those cottonwoods release fluff that looks like snow. It's magical, and it's a special moment that locals will recognize instantly. Cruising beneath this ocean of sky, a classic New Mexico image. The sky is so big. The sky here is an ocean. When I moved out here, and I moved out here from Boston, and one of the biggest things and the funniest things when I think back was trying to explain to my friends back there about how big the sky is. It's expansive, overwhelming, full of feeling. And then the last line is, if this isn't heaven, oh please tell me a lie. This line always gets people. It's sweet, a little funny, and completely sincere. If this moment of simple beauty isn't paradise, I don't want to know. Then, after going back to the chorus, we jump into the bridge. The bridge it's really cool. The bridge is the turning point. It lifts you out of the ride and into reflection. It's not just a song about bikes anymore. It's a song about breathing, being present, appreciating where you are. And the bridge goes, I'm high above the ocean, a line about altitude, and we're up here. We're a mile up. Up here, my lungs feel every motion. Anyone who's biked at high altitudes knows. You feel everything, every breath, every pedal stroke. This is vulnerability and strength rolled into one. But down at sea level, here I contrast the ease of breathing, or at least living up here and becoming acclimated to this elevation. It's not just physical, it's emotional too, but I contrast that with being up there to coming down to this lower level. For years, I used to travel out to Jamaica to work out there, and getting down there, and I was working as a fitness trainer, and down there it was like so easy to do everything. The air was so thick, and so I end up with it's in how easy I can breathe. And in the song, I just take a deep breath, and that's always fun. People love it when they catch that. This final bridge, or this bridge line, isn't just about oxygen. It's about peace, though. When you're biking, when you're grounded, when you're in rhythm, you breathe easier in every way. Let's just jump right into verse 4. I've got LED front and rear beams, lights. Back to the practical, real life, bikes need lights, and especially around here, there's been way too many accidents with people riding bikes. No matter the darkness, it lets me be seen. A line about visibility and safety, but also metaphorically about being seen, being acknowledged. Because I need to be visible at night. Here I'm making a clear safety statement. Bikes and cars don't always mix well. It can be dangerous riding around here. People in cars are very aggressive. So you got to take precautions. And this last line, so no one cuts me off if they decide to turn right. Excuse me. Whoa. Excuse me. This verse grounds us. It's a reminder that joy and risk ride together. But it's also about empowerment, about taking steps to protect yourself while still doing what you love. And that's life. I mean, you never know. I mean, walking out your front door, you don't know what's going to happen. So, you got to that's what it's about. The joy and risk ride together. So, when it comes to the music and composition, the verse is simple. Just keeps going around like that for the verses. Then when it gets to the chorus, it goes. The bridge is the same progression as the chorus, which is just a little bit slower. And then from there it just goes back into the verse progression. The music had to feel like a bike ride, steady but smooth. The rhythm keeps rolling just like your wheels. Like I said, not a lot of instrumentation, because I wanted the lyrics to do all the heavy lifting. But, the melody lifts in all the right places. Like when you coast downhill or hit a beautiful stretch of trail. And then the bridge just shifts subtly to reflect the emotional and physical elevation. It's a song that breathes. My bike. I've got a two-wheel mobile. It's the kind that you pedal and every road bump you feel. Through a really tiny seat that never seemed complete, but it gets me everywhere I want to be. I've got a ride around town that won't let me down. It's easy on the trees, it won't kill the bees. It's slick and lighter than anything I've seen. How can something cost so much and still be green? My bike is breezy, aerodynamically easy. So when I tuck in, bump my knees to my chin, soon I'm back where I began. I love the path along the side of the Rio Grande. When the cottonwoods are seeding, it's like winterland. Cruising beneath this ocean of sky. If this isn't heaven, oh please tell me a lie. My bike is breezy, aerodynamically easy. So when I tuck in, pump my knees to my chin, soon I'm back where I began. high above the ocean. Up here my lungs feel every motion. But down at sea level I love to revel in how easy I can breathe. I've got LED front and rear beams. No matter the darkness, it lets me be seen. 'Cause I need to be visible at night, so no one cuts me off when they decide to turn right. Ow! My bike is breezy, aerodynamically easy. So when I tuck in, pump my knees to my chin, soon I'm back where I began. When I tuck in, pump my knees to my chin, soon I'm back where I began. My Bike is a song about movement, not just down the road, but through life. It's about finding your own place, breathing deep, and choosing a path that feels right, even if the seat's a little bit uncomfortable. Thanks for riding with me today. If you got a bike story, a favorite trail, or a memory from the saddle, drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. And if this song made you smile, hit follow and that thumbs up for more Behind the Lines. Until next time, keep on pedaling.